neat interconnectedness that so many of these issues get isolated and
Absolutely.
segregated. And the
Absolutely.
way you're looking at it, seems to me, there's this interconnectedness that we need to remember and think about.
Sure.
And in some ways, it makes each of those issues, I don't necessarily say more manageable, but that interconnectedness gives it some context, I
Yes,
guess,
absolutely.
beyond its own issue. Yeah.
Well, one thing, when I think about interconnectedness, like one issue I've learned a lot about lately is workforce housing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a strong proponent of that. And a lot of towns initially don't want, some people call it affordable housing as well,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a very green way of designing communities, and there's a lot of sound logic behind supporting workforce housing. Namely, we want, or most towns would want, teachers and firefighters to be able to live in the communities they serve,
Mm-hmm.
and many cannot, and they have to commute in, and that causes traffic congestion, especially in the more affluent towns.
Mm-hmm.
But the design of affordable housing is typically higher density, which is greater energy efficiency, consuming less resources,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also lends itself, and best if it's designed near public transportation. And another advantage of that is that it can revitalize older areas, like typically near train tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of. It's good for small business owners because they can work with local citizens, hire local people,
Mm-hmm.
and probably most importantly, it would, I think, help with the Connecticut flight issue, because it would be people, graduates can afford to stay in Connecticut. They can afford to live here.
Let's talk about the issue of government accountability. You mentioned it
Okay.
briefly in the opening, and but explain your stance on government accountability, or maybe start with what's the problem as you see it, who's not being
Well,
accountable, and what needs to be done.
okay, Kevin. What I think, in talking with a lot of people, I think most of us see waste in government. Every time I ask people about it, I typically get a laugh for a response because everyone knows it's there and no one knows what to do about it. There is a subcommittee in Hartford, the Results-Based Accountability Subcommittee, and that's set up to focus on it focuses on programs to see which ones are working and which ones aren't.
Mm-hmm.
And with the economic times we're in right now, actually, I think we have to refocus state spending on programs that work and are important to our quality of life, and make sure if any programs are cut, it's the ones that aren't working. And it's just a sound way to make sure that state contractors and state agencies are operating with efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we can also squeeze a lot of dollars. If we can cut waste back, I think we can find a lot of money that we could use on important things such as investments in. There's many things we could be investing in, I think.
Just in the last couple of minutes we have left, talk about, again, the connection between your work with Compassionate Living Project, and I know you've done some organizing and things with Representative Diane Urban, is that correct?
Yes.
And how has that sort of informed your understanding of how the state government works?
Well, my involvement in the past as a private citizen with the Connecticut legislature, and as a through the Compassionate Living Project, things I've supported are healthy school lunches, anti-bullying programs in the schools, humane education in the schools, and the bullhook ban that was championed by Representative Urban. And that, the Compassionate Living Project has dealt with many animal-related issues. A majority of people in my district I think, can relate to a lot of these issues. They have companion animals, and Granby in particular is a big horse town. Nobody approves of animal abuse, and as a representative, I will be a leader in issues that protect animals. There's been some work in some areas, such as protecting animals in cases of natural emergencies, in the wake of Hurricane Katrina, and including animals in protective orders in cases of domestic violence. And I would absolutely work to continue this trend.
Well, Annie, if people want to get more information about your campaign, what should they do?
Okay, I'll give you my website. It's www.anniehornish08.us. That's ANNIEHORNISH08.us. My email is anniehornish08@gmail.com. And my phone number is 860-653-0729.
Great. Well, Annie, thanks for coming back on Radioactive today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.